Airbnb is an online marketplace and hospitality service, enabling people to lease or rent short-term lodging, including vacation rentals, apartment rentals, homestays, hostel stays, or hotel rooms. The company does not own any lodging. It's merely a broker and receives percentage service fees from both guests and hosts in conjunction with every booking. It has over 3 million lodging lists in 65,000 cities and 191 countries, and the cost of lodging is set by the host. Today we would like to introduce an innovator, Brian Chesky. Brian Joseph Chesky is an American internet entrepreneur who co-founded the hospitality exchange service, Airbnb. Chesky is the CEO of the company and was named one of the Time's 100 most influential people of 2015. Brian Chesky was born on August 29, 1981 in New York. He is the son of Deborah and Robert Chesky. His father is of Polish descent and his mother is of Italian origin. Chesky's parents were both social workers. His mother used to encourage him that we choose a job because we love it, but we didn't get paid a lot, so you should choose a job with money. As a child, Chesky was interested in art, drawing replicas of paintings, and redesigning shows and toys. He later became interested in landscape architecture and design. In 1999, Chesky started attending the Rhode Island School of Design. He received his Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Industrial Design in 2004. During his time at RISD, Chesky met Joe Gebbia, who would later be one of the co-founders of Airbnb. After college, Chesky worked as an industrial designer and strategist at 3D-ID Inc. in Los Angeles. He later moved to San Francisco, where he shared an apartment with Gebbia. In October 2007, the Industrial Designers Society of America was hosting a conference in San Francisco, and all hotel rooms were booked. The pair could not afford rent for the month, and decided to rent their apartment for money. They purchased 3 air mattresses and marked this idea as air bed and breakfast, with 3 guests staying the first night. Peter Drucker listed 7 sources of innovative opportunity in his book. The incongruity is a very important source for Airbnb. There is a discrepancy between the lodging situation and people's demand for lodging. Airbnb is a company that nailed it. It wisely noted what new lodging should be and built that platform. Another source Airbnb took advantage of is changes in perception, meaning, and mood. The way people view their house changes, and how they feel about strangers living with them is modified over time. So Airbnb took the chance and led the trend. According to the SWOT analysis, Airbnb has many strengths. It's a leader in the internet-based home accommodation industry. Airbnb has a variety of market offerings which make it able to provide competitive prices. It has strong customer engagement model, Facebook Connect, wishlist, and heart icons. Airbnb has a relatively low operating cost since it's an internet-based company. Airbnb became a source of income for its hosts. It provides a variety of offerings, so it can be an opportunity for Airbnb to get share from the low economic status, as it will be their guest choices rather than the hotels. It still has the opportunity to continue its growth while encouraging cultural exchange and promoting it. It's an internet-based firm. It has the opportunity to make use of any new technologies for more guest and host engagement and satisfaction. While there are still some weaknesses and strengths here, Airbnb still has a gap in the security system for both the host and the guest. It still needs to work on its public relations to be more effective. Despite the good customer engagement that Airbnb succeeded to develop, It still needs to develop its customer service, customer relations, especially during and after the guest-host experience. In China, Airbnb has several apprentices, and it's interesting that they all change on the basis of Airbnb. My.com and Beijing Rong Technology Corporation are two typical examples in China. As a result of the light model, My's focus is on the construction of the site itself, the housing photo display. So in addition to the cost of the site itself, the extra expenses are small, and it can quickly expand and occupy more cities. While Beijing Rong Technology Corporation still takes the heavier models in protection of the host and guest safety. For example, there will be offline staff checking the host authenticity and sometimes even visiting the house. Also, both sides need to upload personal information and documents to the website, and their payment activities can only be completed on the platform. It will also install the smart lock for host and buy insurance for both sides. After comparing with My.com and Beijing Rong Technology Corporation in detail, and according to Porter's 5 forces analysis on Airbnb, we can conclude that the internet-based home accommodation industry is attractive. Airbnb has good control over its competition, as its horizontal competition is medium, as well as its vertical competition. This gives Airbnb a very good chance to continue its aggressive growth. After putting Airbnb into the business model canvas, we found that price is an important concern for customers booking lodging online. Airbnb uses its key resources, namely online platform, to satisfy the customers. It has well-networked founders, tech people, and country managers. Airbnb raised $2.39 billion in 8 rounds. Apart from the maintenance and update, it also needs to deal with the trust problems and legal fights. Airbnb is the sharing economy's most successful company, recently valued at $10 billion and operating on a global scale. The sharing economy had existed for many years, but it was surged by the appearance of Airbnb. It's now being transformed by the advancement in technology and in security online payment and geolocation applications. The basic principle of the sharing economy is simple. One person has resources, another person wants to rent or borrow or use them temporarily. Business in the sharing economy tends to be facilitators. They connect those with resources with those who want to utilize them for a fee. Many sharing opportunities are likely, but new participants need to be aware of the new limitations due to the existence of legislation. Some cities have changed laws to allow for accommodation and lift sharing, but the process is lengthy. At the same time, Uber has become a pioneer in the sharing economy, and the changes in the industry as a result of the sharing economy has been referred to as Uberification or Uberization. Uber has also been the subject of protests and legal actions. There occur many other different forms of sharing, like sharing bicycles, sharing power bank, and sharing parking space. Trust is a crucial element in any relationship, not least when financial transactions are taking place. The rise of sharing economy platforms such as Airbnb and Uber, where you pay a stranger for a service, are especially dependent on trust. Are they who they say they are? Will they deliver the service that they've promised? To keep Airbnb community safe and trusted, they've published many standards and expectations for hosts and travelers. Airbnb is a successful company, and Brian Chesky has given us 10 tips on how to success. Some of them are useful in our daily life. Don't brainstorm startup ideas. Solve a problem. Surround yourself with role models. If you believe in your idea, you will find a way to make it work. There's no learning curve for people who are in a war or in startups. A company's culture is what defines it. Brian Chesky is a very interesting person. He provides refuge for the homeless. He calls on people to help a girl protect the little garden. One reporter said that Brian is the most passionate and appealing storyteller and leader I've ever met. Listen to his story as if the whole body being lighted up. From his tone of voice and words, I felt a passion and energy. Thank you so much for listening to the story of Brian Chesky.